Hello everybody, it's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is July the 14th, 2025, and this is episode 315. And on today's show I have whips and hauls, so sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice, water for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So, how was everybody's week? Mine was really good. The little and my eldest son and his wife made it up fine. I think I talked about that last week. They were here for a week. They left on Saturday. We did have a birthday party for him, which was really cute. Let's see, what else did we do? I did see them again on Thursday night. We had dinner here, but the youngest son and his wife couldn't make it because they had other obligations. So we had a good time on Thursday, and it was bittersweet. Littlest one still wasn't into having anybody around except for we could walk around. I have a fish tank, so he watched the fish. I was able to hold him for a little bit as long as he could see the fish. But he did play in the playroom. We have a pool with balls in it, so that's our ball pit, and he sat in the ball pit and played in the ball pit for quite a while and had a great time. He is one heck of a big baby. He just went in today in Texas to get his year well child check, and he's in the 95th percentile in his height. He is a big boy, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch him grow and flourish. So anything else? The smoke went away for a little while. We had rains come in, and that really helped disperse the smoke in the air because it was really bad towards the middle of the week. Right now it is a little bit windy, and last night I about jumped out of my skin because we had one heck of a crack of thunder. I saw the flash of lightning first, and then that thunder was loud. It was like really loud. I haven't heard thunder that loud for quite a while. So yeah, that was something else. Like I said, right now it's windy, so hopefully it's not blowing the smoke back in. It was a little bit smoky yesterday, but not too bad. And yeah, I'll have to wait and see. The littles came over on Sunday, had a really great day. Actually, them and Grandpa went to Pioneer Park, which is a block and a half away from where I live. So yeah, they had fun with Grandpa. I called them and said, okay, it's time for them to come back. And yeah, they came back with Grandpa, and they played here, they played there. So it was fun. Let's see, anything else? I think I went knitting Friday. Yeah, I did go knitting Friday. I'm sorry. Yes, so I saw the knitting crowd, and that was a lot of fun. We went outside, sat down by the river, and knit and had a great time. Fairbanks has what is called the Chena River that goes right through the center of town. So we were down, sitting in a beautiful park, watching the water go by, watching the kids play and the dogs running around. It was a really great afternoon, and it was warm. It was in the high 70s. It was beautiful. It got to the point where we moved our chairs into the shade because the sun was really beating down. Yeah. So I think that's about it for the blathering. Shall we get on with the stitching already? I think so. All right. As you know, this project right now is my favorite project. So, like I said, you're going to be seeing this one a lot. And this is Jane Hopkins, 1875, by Hands Across the Sea. Samplers. And I am using the called for silks. Soie de Gers, I think. Oops. I just dropped the rest of my information. Sorry about that. I am stitching this on 36 count Legacy by Picture This Plus. And I started the next page. I didn't do a lot of stitching on this week, I don't believe. I think I was just working on the greens. So I got those filled in and started working on the, what was I working on here? Oh, there's a repeat of this plant over here. So I started working on that. But yeah, I did not do a lot of stitching on Monday. Monday seemed to be a hard day to stitch. I don't know what it is, if it's just taking a breath from the weekend and trying to get the video out. I do a vacuuming and mopping job around the house. I should say my electric vacuum does that for me. My little robot vacuum vacuums and mops for me. But I still have to get everything ready for it to do that. So I think that's why Monday isn't really a hard day, or it's a hard day for me to do a lot of stitching. Okay, and then I worked on Hawthorne Hill Sampler, and I'm stitching this on 28 count gingerbread by Picture This Plus. And this is another one of my favorites, but this is not my favorite that Jane Hopkins is. Okay, and I'm working on the bird. So I actually got a lot done for me on this one during the day, so I got a lot of that bird. I wanted to finish this color complete for the bird, but I'm almost there, but then I just kind of stopped. So I really like that one a lot. Then I worked on my Whip Go project. And I believe this is number 6 on my Whip Go. And this is Jan Lynn's Winter Montage. I'm got it in a kit, so it's 14 count white 8-out with the kit floss. And I am working right here. So this one I did get quite a bit done. Oops, I just dropped my floss. I'll have to pick that up later. I got a lot of the back stitch. So this block that I was working on, or this part of the page, is complete except for the back stitch. So you can really see that that brought out a lot of the fruit and stuff. So then I decided I'm going to go ahead and work on the next part of the page and go back up and do more of the back stitch. I did 2 full lengths of black floss back stitching. So that is where I am at on this one. And I am debating, there's supposed to be a little dash in every single berry. There's supposed to be a little back stitch on that. I may not do those. I may just leave the berries as is. But I really am enjoying this stitch when I get to it. But that is where this one's at. Yay. Okay. Oh, everything fell in my basket here. Then I worked on Symphony of Friendship, which is a cottage garden samplings. What am I stitching this one on? There it is. I am stitching this one on 36 count vintage country mocha by Zweigart. And I took it out of the Q-snap here, or the frame. I call it a Q-snap, but it's a Michael's frame. So, okay, I filled in the acorns, filled this thing, started that part of the next section of border, and I did some on the tree limb. So the bird, the chickadee, goes right here. So yeah, this one's gonna take me forever. Forever. And I am using the called for floss, which is Dinky Dyes, DMC, and I think there's a cottage garden. Let's see. I'll tell you here. Gentle Arts. So it's a Gentle Arts. Okay. This one I may be putting aside until September to do Sampler September, of course. And then next year with the alphabet. So I'm not quite sure yet if you'll see this one again until September. Okay. Then I worked on a bee project for Bee Friday. And of course, I am really enjoying this autumn bee, so I went ahead and just grabbed autumn bee again. I am using the called for floss, which is Dinky Dyes. And I am stitching it on the 32 count French Country linen by Witchelt, which is the called for fabric. I finished blocking out, so the rose is done. This is the end of the page. So I really shorted myself. So there's a whole bunch of the fabric left and hardly any at the top. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I also started working on this acorn here, obviously, because it's that there. I didn't do a whole lot. I wasn't sure where I wanted to go to next. So I may just go ahead and next time it comes up, I will work on that acorn, and then maybe I'll switch over and do the other side because this leaf is not right and I'm not going to fix it. I decided as I got down here filling in this branch of the flower or the stem of the flower, I noticed that I was off, and no, that's okay. So I may, after I'm done with this acorn, and then there's a leaf right here, I may go ahead and do the other side and then leave the big body and the wing until the end. But that is where I'm at. Let's see. That is where I'm at. So happy. So happy. I am really enjoying this bee. Even though I know I should be working on Sleeping Bee because it's closer to a finish. Maybe this Friday I'll work on that instead. Okay, and then of course my big project is, where is that? The stitch along with Heaven and Earth Designs. I am doing Steampunk Portal. This is on 25 count, easy count, 1/1 using all the DMCs. And I am working on page 9, right? Yes, this is page 9. And this is the end, and this is that full page, obviously, how it's blocked out there. And I didn't get a whole bunch worked on. Saturday I did 500 stitches, which is the biggest I've done this week. So I'm hoping, this is the 14th, I'd like to finish this page. If I keep going, it's the 19th. I'd like to have this page finished by the 19th. And if I do 344 stitches every day, it will be done, if I can say the word, it will be done on September the 21st, I think is what it's scheduled to be finished. I would like to have this done by October so that I can put this away and maybe grab Gecko Boo, and work on that for Halloween, and then grab Gamer and just start working on Gamer until Gamer's done. But that is where I'm at. And there's one color that I have one stitch, and I'm not quite sure where it's at yet. So that will be awesome to completely be done with one color. So very happy. And it's this blue color here. I just have one stitch of that blue somewhere. So that's exciting. So that's all that I stitched on last week. So this week I have some plans. Today I am working on Halloween Quaker by Cherished Stitches. Yes, Halloween Quaker by Cherished Stitches is out, and I've been stitching on it while I was doing other things. Let's see. Then on Wednesday, I will be working on, what will I be working on? Tomorrow I have Put a Bird on It. Wednesday I have my feathers. Thursday will be part of the purchases, which is the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Ghostly Gathering Stitch Along. That is a mystery. I can't wait to start working on this. And we have 4 set of clues: July 17th, August 12th, September 9th, and October 9th. So that will be awesome. I received this obviously in the mail, and I went ahead and bought the whole kit, or at least this portion of the kit. So I picked up the needle minder because I thought this was super cute. It's a little cauldron. Yeah, little cauldron. Super cute. I'm really liking the cauldron. It's enamel metal. Really, really nice. It came with 28 count fabric. Let's see if I can find out what the name of the fabric is here. Purple permin fabric? I don't know. But here is the fabric. And it's going to be on. And it is definitely a witchelt. It's very stiff. So it's a witchelt. And I like the color purple. It's almost the same as Autumn Bee. That kind of reminds me of. And then, even though I don't need it, I picked up all the floss as well. So that's how the floss came. And I thought it told you what these flosses were, but I don't know if they do. Let me look. It doesn't look like it. So, does it say back here? No. Oh, and there's a needle somewhere. I don't know what happened to the needle. Oh well, I guess I have misplaced the needle in all of this because I don't see it. But that's okay, I have plenty of needles. So I will be starting this project on the 17th. So this is my second new start. Did I another new start? I don't remember now. I'm terrible with the memory here. Oh yes, this is my second new start. Oh, there's the needle. Just found it. There's the needle right there. This is my second new start because obviously the Once Upon a Fairy Tale was my first new start of the year. I'm going to be doing another new start, which I will show you here in a second. Oh, actually, I take that back. They do tell you the DMC key list. It is on their sheet that I printed out when I ordered the pattern and when I ordered that. I'm sorry, the word just kind of went, the kit. There it is. And then I also went ahead and ordered some stuff from Owl Forest Embroidery, and I got the full kits of that as well. I picked up this one, and this one is called Pumpkin Porridge. I absolutely love it. Look at those witches. And I just love this one. I think it is fabulous. So in the kit came the fabric. Let me take it out here. And this is, this fabric is 32 count Zweigart Belfast. So I think she dyes the fabric as well, but I'm not sure. I believe she does. And what's really great is that she's marked the center right there. So that is the center of the piece, and this is the fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, that fabric is just fabulous. Okay. I will have to, oh, it is serged. Never mind. I also received all the floss, which, as you know, she hand dyes herself. Those are pretty oranges and purples and black. It's a lot of black. 3 blacks, purples. And then it also came with, I have my box sitting in a metal container, and the magnets to the needle minder stuck to the bottom there. And then the needle minder with a needle. That was kind of funny. What? Wait, it's not coming. And of course the patterns, which are, she makes really big, nice patterns so that you can read them and do whatever you want to with them. Like I did for Atlantis. Changed that up a little bit. Then I also bought, this is pumpkin pumpkin houses. I think that's really pretty. I just love this, love it. I love Halloween, if you can't tell. If you haven't been with me for a long time, my majority of stitching has been Halloween. I love Fancy Ladies, but I'm not stitching on Fancy Ladies as much anymore. And I've really gotten into samplers and full coverage. So yeah, but Halloween is my first love. So this one is on 28 count fabric. So this one is going to be a little bit different. So let me pull that out. And it's a, very interesting 28 count fabric. And this one she didn't mark the middle because it's not a, it's just a single die. It's not a fancy printed die. So very nice. Nice brown and green kind of color. Oh, I'm folding it incorrectly. Let me fold it right. Okay. Sorry, I kind of want to put it back in its bag because the witches one I am going to be starting soon. This one I may hold off for a little while. And this is all the colors in this one. Look at all those oranges in this one. Oh, sorry. Flosstube Itchy Nose. Beautiful, beautiful. And then the needle minder and needle. So super cute pattern. And of course, the picture here. So I have download. Oh, I wonder if you can download. I did not notice that. I'll have to check that out and see if I can put it on Pattern Keeper because it says download on here. So I'll download and see what that is. That would be awesome if you could do that. Okay. I told you my plans, right? Right. Because the 17th, the 18th is Friday, which is B. So we're going to get back to the plans. And of course, Saturday, Sunday, and evenings are Steampunk Portal. So those are my plans. Those are my purchases. I do have one outstanding pattern that I ordered this weekend, or it's two, coming from 123 Stitch. I have almost completed all of my breaking out the DMC. Do I have one complete set? I only need to buy 20 skeins. I think that's pretty good to complete my whole DMC collection. Those are, I am putting on floss drops, hanging them in my cabinet. The rest of them are going in a container so that I'll go through the container first, then the cabinet. So yeah, it'll be really I'm really happy. And I am not, when I go to buy this floss, I'm not buying 2. I'm only going to buy 1 and put it in there. And once I use it up, maybe every 6 months, I will do a, do I need more? And just do it that way. That way, maybe I can use up some of this other stuff because I've got quite a bit. And I'm looking at it because I have it up there, and I have the 38,000s. That's the last. I ran out of the floss drops that I was using for that. So I have that order coming in. And I needed 30, bought 50. I didn't need another 100. So I'll have some extras of those, which is fine. You know, it's no big deal. But the room is coming along. I just need to, I think I dropped the hint that I'm traveling next month. When I get back in September, I will empty and clean out and get this room to where I want it so that I feel comfortable coming in here to play my piano. Yeah, because it has been so confining, but it's opening up quite a bit. And me getting out of this closet to talk to you guys has really helped a lot. So yeah, I'm really excited with how this room is turning out. If you are new here, I started my journey as a knitter, and then I became a spinner so I can spin my own fiber into yarn. So I have 3 wheels. I've also done weaving. The weaving I am definitely going to give up. I haven't done a lot of weaving. I have done some, but I found that it wasn't really what I wanted. It did help use up a lot of yarn, but it's not quite what I want. So I'm going to give up the weaving part of my crafting life here. So I have a room that has yarn. I have fabric to sew. I got rid of most of that. And I have a drawer over here that I need to empty because there's a little bit left. So I need to get rid of that. So my craft room is very compact with everything. So I need to get rid of stuff. My husband is going to be retiring soon. So this is my retirement. And I am not going to be buying after this last bit that's coming in. I'm not going to buy stuff for quite a while. I don't need floss. I don't need fabric. I don't need patterns. I have tons of patterns. And yeah. So I hope my rambling here at the end hasn't driven you absolutely crazy. I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.